how's it going? Oh my God. So this is the first time I actually try this, and I'm driving, obviously, so I won't be looking at the camera or the video or whatever too much. But, you know, I see some of the leaders do videos while they're driving, and of course I didn't grab the phone, I didn't type anything on it. It's on the holder right there, and I'm just driving. I'm looking at the road. I'm driving. I'm not touching my phone. I'm not doing anything. At least I don't think there's anything illegal with what I'm doing right now, because now the laws are so strict with phones, right? But you know, the thing is that I've always thought to myself, I should do something about, you know, what is it I do? What do? I drive for 12 hours. Like, I go back and forth between Montreal. It's totally insane to have that kind of life. I have people, they ask me, like, how do you do it, right? How do you do that? How do you do that life of being 12 hours away from your family? And you know, it's sometimes I'm like, I don't know, and I answer, I don't know how I do it, right? And it's certainly not easy, it's certainly not fun to do that, and it's just something that happened. I mean, you know, 5 years ago when they let me go at IBM, I just we took 6 months to find a job. It took 6 months to find a job. Of course, we were looking for something that was close, looking for something that was in Prince Edward Island or close around, or maybe I could do remote. But that just never happened. We just didn't find anything. After 6 months of looking, well, probably after 3 months or so, we told ourselves we'll start looking for, maybe we'll look something elsewhere, places that actually are looking for people. You know, I even considered Los Angeles and Toronto and Montreal, other big cities, New York. And what happened is we ended up getting a job in Montreal. That worked. That's how it happened. We just got a job, and we're like, okay, well, it's going to be temporary. But the thing is that it didn't stop. I mean, it's been 5 years. It'll be 5 years in May that it's been like that. 5 years, right? 5 years that going back and forth. And it's lucky that I have a job right now that allows me to work remote sometimes. You know, it's not like they don't really want me to work remote, but at the same time, they don't, you know, they don't want to lose me. They think I do a good job and all that, right? So they do accept that I work remote a little bit. And that's why I was out there for three weeks. We're going back to Montreal for 3 weeks, and then I'm going to go back again. But let's talk about the marketing side of things too. Marketing, I mean, I've been doing online marketing. Why did I start doing that? Why did I start online marketing? Let me take you back a little to that time when we first decided that I would work remotely, where I would work from Montreal, and the plan was to get home, right? To work from home, to work online. Well, that wasn't really the plan. I was into network marketing. I was with a company back then, and I was actually going, like, the year before, maybe the 2 years before going to Montreal, I was actually going back and forth between Moncton and Charlottetown, so that's an hour and a half. No, it's, is it? Yeah, an hour and a half drive. In the morning, I would go there on Saturdays, and I would come back, so I would leave like at 6 a.m. or something to be there by 9, and then I would leave there around 11, I forget how long it was, but then I would go back, and I was doing that. I was doing the network marketing thing. I would bring people once in a while to this Saturday meeting. Not that often, because it's not easy to convince somebody to come for a whole morning, right? And drive for an hour and a half from PI and whatever, right? But I brought a few people. And I still kind of believed in that. I believed in network marketing. I believed in the whole concept of, you know, helping others and growing a team, and then eventually them growing a team, and then eventually, and that's kind of how it was. Just like, you know, that's the thing, is grow your business by growing a team, by growing and then you grow sales. And, you know, network marketing model is a good model. There's lots of companies out there that do that. And when I got to Montreal, that my team was actually in Montreal, my upline, right? My sponsors, my mentors, they were all in Montreal. They still are now. They after 5 years, they're doing a lot. They're doing really good. They're working hard. It's working for them. And anyways, when I first got in Montreal 5 years ago, 4.5 years now, I guess, my thoughts was, oh my God, I'm actually going to take advantage of that. I'm going to go to the meetings. It's going to be just, a 10-minute drive to the meetings instead of an hour and a half. I'm going to go there and eventually going to bring people. And I brought a few people to those meetings, and I went to most of them. And it didn't really work out. And I was like, okay, what do I do? What's going on? How do I get to work from home, right? How do I get there? So then I started looking online for ways to build a business, network marketing business using online strategies, using social media, using ways of doing it online. And I basically discovered this guy, Cesar Rodriguez, and lots of other leaders, but I saw his thing. He had this heavy hitter boot camp and the whole prospecting live trainings and the other things he's done, and that you probably still get now. And by the way, reach out. I got affiliate links for you for those. That would be awesome if you want to support me. If you don't, just Google it, Cesar Rodriguez. Otherwise, just message me. I'll send you links. I would love to be able to help you out on that. But anyways, if you're looking to build, it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you I got affiliate links. So I got his courses, and I thought they were awesome. And then, but the thing that happened is that he was smart. He is smart. He's amazing. He's great. And he started sending me emails about a thing called My Lead System Pro, MLSP. And I was like, what is that? Now, of course, the way he did his thing is the same stuff that's being taught today by leaders like Russell Brunson. He basically sent me a series of emails. It was a 10-day thing, so there was 10 emails. And after the 10 emails, that was a free thing, right? It was just get on my list. Here's a free training for you. Just give me your email. I'll send you this for free. And that's what it was. He sent these things. He sent these emails. They were awesome. Videos and things on that what he was teaching. And he had other options. You could get something else for like $20 instead of $100 or whatever it was. Of course, there was offers. And I took advantage of some of them. But the thing is that after a few days, he sent me a training he sent me an email on My Lead System Pro. It's the system that teaches you everything you need to know about social media, about generating leads online, about building a business online, about growing your income online. I mean, all those things, they were in that. It was awesome. It was amazing. That was so amazing. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. And by the way, again, affiliate, let me know. I'll send you a link. And that's so cool. I learned all sorts of different things. And I was like, oh my God, that's the ticket. That's the ticket to getting home to my family, right? Instead of doing these crazy 12-hour drives, right? That was the ticket. That was it. That was how I was going to get there, right? So I joined that. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And at the time, it was $150 a month. And you could get a $50 or $100 plan as well, which had less features and things like that. And I just, I'm all in. This is what I'm going to do. And if it's going to take me 6 months to a year, it's not going to take me a month to do it. I know it's going to take a while. So for sure, I'm just going to jump in and take it. And I went in full. And actually, I've been a member since then, right? So almost 5 years now that I've been a member of My Lead System Pro. It's an amazing community, amazing trainers, amazing everything. And I learned everything I know from that. That's where I learned everything. The problem is that I wasn't really coachable. I wasn't really the person that, I wonder if I can zoom in a bit here. Oh, I can. Look at that. I can do that. Anyways, so, I wasn't really coachable. I wasn't the person, I was learning things, I was doing things, I was doing everything I was supposed to do. But the thing is that I wasn't really doing it the way, anyways, I learned over the last probably 6 months or so that I wasn't really doing it the right way. I wasn't doing the right sequence of things. I wasn't doing I mean, for example, I set up my blog, I set up my autoresponder, I set up my social media accounts, I set up my automation tools, I set up a whole bunch of things. All of that, I spent a ton of time learning these things, learning the Twitter, learning Facebook, learning Facebook groups, learning Facebook Live, learning LinkedIn, learning Instagram, learning all these different things and learning how to automate some of these things, right? I learned all that. And it was just like, it took all my time, all the time, all those years, right? I mean, I've been doing it for, like I said, for 5 years almost, but I've done all these things, and I've done lots of stuff. I've done way too much stuff. I mean, when I first started, I was doing like 2 blog posts, 2 videos, 2 lives. Well, they weren't lives back then. You would record and upload, right? Which you obviously still do today, but that's what I did back then, right? And now it's lives or stories or that kind of stuff. But the thing is that I did 2 a day for 1 month. So that meant 60 blog posts in 1 month, 60 blog posts. And then I did 1 a day for the next 2 months to get me to 100, right? Or 90 anyways, it was 90. Hey, Maritez, sorry, I can't, it's hard for me to, I'm talking, I'm still talking, I don't know, I was still talking, I lost my connection. I'm actually driving right now on the 12-hour drive. I'm in the middle of New Brunswick. I set up the phone. Of course, I stopped on the side of the road to set everything up and then put it on the holder. So it's just recording while I'm driving. Of course, I'm not, touching things or whatever. Well, a second ago I did a Zoom thing, but the thing is, because, the laws are so strict now with phones and holding them in your hand and all that, it's so crazy. But I mean, yeah, using a phone and trying to text and trying to email and do things like that while you're driving is totally insane. It is totally crazy. But there's certain things like eating while you drive or talking on the phone while you drive, right? There's certain things that are still not that great to do, but everybody does it and there's no laws against it, right? So why are the laws about phone holding so strict? Probably because there's a lot of young people that die because of it, right? They don't realize, and that's the one thing they do, right? So they basically have to create laws and prevent it, right? Anyways, so that's the thing. I mean, what is it that I think about when I drive? My 12-hour drives. I actually listen to audiobooks all the time. I don't listen to the radio. Recently, I've been listening to Russell Brunson, .com Secrets and Expert Secrets, and I can't wait for his new book, Traffic Secrets. I've been listening to these audiobooks on the drive. It's a 12-hour drive. The books are about 4 hours or so, 5 hours, so that means I can listen to it even twice on one drive. So I really think that's awesome because I learn a lot. Every time I listen to it, I always think, I got to do that, which I don't. I got to implement things, but I am implementing lots of things. And just recently, the beginning of the year, I actually put together 12 steps to your critical success, to my success. What are the 12 steps? You got to do things. Like, for example, I was telling you earlier that I set up my blog. I did 2 blog posts a day for the first 30 days, then 1 blog post for the next 60 days, which meant I had like 100 blog posts within 3 months. And I thought that's what you needed to do. I thought you needed to have lots of content really fast, and you'd get success after you had lots of content, right? But that's not what happens. What happened is I learned a lot. Okay, I learned how to use the tools. I learned how to set up the blog posts. I learned how to set up my autoresponder. I learned all those things. But learning all those things, learning about tools, learning about strategies, learning about social media platforms, that doesn't get you results, or at least doesn't get you income, right? You got to be doing something of value that others are willing to pay for. What is that? What are the things that you can do to have others feel that you're giving them value, right? Well, you gotta teach them how to do what they want to learn, and you gotta figure out what it is that you know that you can teach them. But the thing is that when you're thinking about this, like I said, the 12 steps, right? The 12 steps to your success. When you're thinking about those 12 steps, or 10 steps, or 5 steps, or 20 steps, or whatever it is, the steps have to be done in the right order. If you don't do them in the right order, that's basically not worth doing. And well, that's not true. It's not worth doing. I just mean you're not going to get the results in a timely manner, because you're going to be all over the place. You're going to get confused. You're going to learn lots of stuff, but it's not going to be, it's not going to be in the right direction. It's like if you want to go somewhere, if you want to take a trip, you got to know where the destination is, right? You got to know where you're going. You got to know where the end destination is. If you don't know where that is, you're going to just drive and you're never going to know whether you're supposed to turn left or right, or whether you're supposed to go up that hill or down that valley or whatever, right? You won't know. Same thing with your online business. If you don't know, and that's what I mean when I say 12 steps. You got to have those 12 steps in the right order. So that's what I put together, right? I put together a free ebook, the 12 steps. Just go to online12steps.com so you can get that. Sorry. And the thing is that you got to start with where you're going. That's the most important thing. Where you're going, who are you going to be selling to, or what are you going to be selling, and that's the thing. Your audience, your avatar, all these things. What's your offer? What's your one thing? And then, of course, once you have those things defined, once you know that, hey, Tony, thanks for watching. Once you know that, that's the only way you can get to your destination, if you know what the steps are and exactly what you're going to do with each of those steps. And, I'm just talking about my 12 steps. I've done lots of videos on that. I'm just kind of thinking, what do I talk about on my 12-hour drive, right? I'm actually heading right now to Fredericton. I'm going to go see my daughter, Ketya. She's my oldest daughter. She actually has 4 kids. I'm my grandpapa. That's right. I'm a grandpapa. 4 grandchildren. And I'm heading there to go see them, go say hello, go for lunch probably, or maybe a coffee with my daughter, Ketya. She's a realtor. She's a realtor in Fredericton. She actually got her license not even a year ago. She's already sold a couple houses. She's got a ton of listings. She's doing really, really good. I mean, it's not easy, right? If you're a realtor, if you know anybody who's a realtor, you know that it's not an easy thing to do, right? It's really not easy. And it's one of those disciplines, one of those jobs where it's totally crazy how much work it is to eventually make it, right? It's kind of like sales online, right? The sales online is the same thing. You got to have a certain amount of traffic, people going to your website. You got to have a certain amount of people on your list. You got to have a certain amount of leads, and as you have these metrics, if you will, these numbers, that's the only way you're eventually going to get to a point where you have some results, right? When we talk about followers on Twitter, right, or on Instagram, or even on TikTok now. I mean, if you're not on TikTok, you should go. It's pretty cool. It's a fun platform. It's not just kids. There's a ton of people on there that are older marketers, people that are teaching things. It is not just kids. So the thing is that when you go on TikTok, sorry, I'm rambling here. When you go on TikTok, the first thing you're going to see, of course, is the most popular stuff, which are the kids stuff, which are the kids dancing or whatever. But as you start to grow your content, you produce content, and you put hashtags on there, and then you start liking or following random people. Yeah, so it starts off with the regular, most popular stuff. But if you start liking and following some of the leaders and the people that you're interested in, like if you follow Gary Vee or follow me, that kind of stuff, because the content we produce isn't the kids dancing whatever, although I did a couple dances just for fun, you're going to start to see those kinds of people in your feed. So anyways, that's TikTok. I'm just saying, don't think because everybody says it's just kids that it is just kids, because it's not. So what was I saying? Yeah, so if you get followers, getting followers doesn't do anything. I mean, yeah, it gets people to start to know, like, and trust you. That's part of the attraction marketing, personal branding thing. And And those things, right? Those things are important. You got to grow your fan base. You got to grow your followers, but you got to be producing content so that they get to know you. There's no sense in having followers if you're not producing content that they will learn to know you. They have to first know you. If they don't know you, they won't get to like you. They got to like you before they trust you and before they buy from you, right? And that's the thing. It's know, like, trust, right? We talk about that in almost every leader that you can hear about. They talk about that. They talk about know, like, and trust, right? And the know, like, and trust factor is what makes you get the success. So you got to be doing that. Now that's not even part of my 12 steps. The 12 steps to your online success is more about producing what you need to produce to get that sale, right? And it's beyond the content. The content is for people to get to know, like, and trust you. If you don't have people that know, like, and trust you, it doesn't matter how much content you produce. If you don't have a fan base that knows and likes and trusts you, they're not going to buy from you, which means that you're going to have to spend money on advertising, and that can be very expensive, right? Before you get any kind of sales. And the thing is that if you're doing anything online, if you're trying to build a business online, well, you want sales. I mean, let's face it, that's the only way that you're going to get some income is if people buy stuff from you, right? So what is it that you can sell? Well, you can sell other people's stuff. You can create your own stuff. You can create, like I did. Oh my God, I've been creating content forever, right? For, like I said, almost 5 years, and some of it I've converted to, like, courses, right? So I've took some of the videos I did, sometimes at one point I was doing this. I was doing these activities, if you will, on Facebook that was getting me to have like almost 50, almost 100 new friend requests a day. And I actually did videos recording that, showing you the number of notifications from one day to the next, right? You know how you have a friend request number of new friend requests on your Facebook profile, right? So in the morning when I was getting up, I would see that number there. So I did a live video showing that number and then showing the list to prove that I'm getting those requests, and then I did a video the next day to prove it was from one day to the next. And I also recorded during that time, I actually recorded what I was doing to get those friend requests, right? And the thing is that getting friend requests is one thing, but if it's just to get friend requests, it doesn't really do much, because Facebook doesn't show your stuff to people just because they're your friends, right? And it's like notifications here on the live, right? I'm getting almost nobody. I don't have like thousands of people going to watch my live. Why is that? Well, because Facebook is all about reciprocity. You might be watching this after. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. Let me know where you're watching from too. I'd love to hear from you. But the thing is that if you aren't a person who is watching other people's lives, which I'm not, because I'm focusing on LinkedIn, I'm focusing on Octo Content Model, other things I'm learning right now, automated webinars, creating my hosting site. I'm focusing on all sorts of things. Of course, my family. I was over in PI for 3 weeks, so I was spending time with my family. And any free time wasn't for doing online stuff. It was for being with my wife and kids, right? And so I haven't been doing much. So that means I haven't been watching videos on Facebook. And that's where reciprocity comes in. Because I haven't been watching other people's videos on Facebook, other lives, well, Facebook is not going to send notifications to people saying, hey, Jean-Serge is live. By the way, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. And I've been doing attraction marketing for almost 5 years. And I built a website to host online courses. And that's what I'm talking about right now. Friend request, my friend request course that I did basically is just 3 videos I recorded about an hour long each, and I just posted it on a site where you can watch them and you can comment on them and you can do whatever, right? And that's what I did. That's my course hosting site. It's a site where you can upload videos. But the cool thing about the site too is that you can also have the site get the videos for you. So you can put the link to a YouTube video, a Facebook video, a public one, or a Vimeo video, any of those public videos, right? You put that in there, and the website, the course, Click eCourse site, will go and download that video for you and save it on the Click eCourse site, and you can set it up so that nobody can see where that video's from. They don't have a link. They don't see the link to YouTube. They don't see the link to Facebook or anything like that. So there's a couple of benefits to that. First of all, you get to keep a copy of that video on the site, and you can download it if you want to your computer. Even if you lose your YouTube account or your Facebook account or your Vimeo account, all those are social media sites, they can choose to delete your account, right? And they've done it for me. They've deleted some of my pages. I know a friend that lost their personal profile. And the thing is that when you do that with the Click eCourse site, you have a copy of that video, whether that happens or not, right? That's one of the cool things. And the other thing is, you get to and you can also make it more secure, right? So that people can't go to your YouTube and download your video themselves and whatever. There's no way to protect against downloading 100% because if you're able to watch a video on your computer, that means there's a way to download it, but you got to be tech savvy. You got to know how to do that. Most people don't, right? So you're still protecting yourself that way. There is one drawback to it, is that you won't get extra views on your videos. So you can set it up the site so that it will do what's called embedded, which means that you put the link, say, to YouTube, and whenever anybody watches it on the site, it's an embedded video to YouTube, which means that every time somebody plays it, then your YouTube views are also going up, or your Facebook views, or your Vimeo views, right? You can do that too if you want. It's really up to you, whichever one you prefer. Those two options are available to you. And the site is free, right? It's not free for advanced features. There's certain features, like for example, the free site lets you create 2 courses. That's not after. If you don't want to create more than 2 courses, you got to pay. There's different levels, and but you can start for free. It doesn't cost you, and it's not like there's limited features. You get only certain features, whatever. You get all the features for free. It's just the number of courses are only 2. That's the difference. But that's the thing. You can actually have a site right now where you have your courses hosted. If you've been doing videos like me online, and you taught stuff, you got those videos there on Facebook. You got those videos there on YouTube. How do you get them organized so that they're just like the thing to show you? I mean, yeah, you can probably create a post on Facebook that will let you, show whatever it is you're teaching, whatever you're training. Hey, Patricia, whatever you're teaching, you can show a link to it. You can send an email to somebody with a link to you can create a playlist on YouTube or on Facebook. But the problem is that if you ever lose that account, then you still lose that video. It doesn't matter that you did a playlist. Plus, the other thing is the person is on that platform. They're on the Facebook platform, on the YouTube platform, and they might go watch somebody else's video because they're looking at your stuff, which talks about, I don't know, growing your friend list, right? Like, for example, the training I did, growing your friend list on Facebook. That is a video you can find. Well, actually, you can't anymore because that's one of the videos I did on one of my pages that is now deleted. But that video is on my site, on the course Click eCourse site. It's on there, and it's actually a free course. You can actually get that course for free right now. Just ask. Comment below if you would like to have that. I can put the link later on after I finish driving, because obviously I'm not going to be typing on this while I'm driving. But yeah, there's growing your friend list, growing your LinkedIn connections. I got a course for that. I got a course for growing, you're setting up your LinkedIn profile, making sure that it's a top-notch profile. What is it you got to do to set that up? I got a course on creating Facebook challenges, automating them using ManyChat. I got a course on a whole bunch of other courses. Anyways, I got a bunch of things, right? So that's the thing. So that site is clickecourse.com. It's not, it's not prettified yet. It kind of looks geeky, but it works. And you can create a course, and you can upload your videos, and you can set your and you can learn things. You're going to get some of the free courses on there just by adding them to your library, and they're yours for life. That's just how it works. If you were to buy a course on the site, again, it gets into your library and you have it for life, right? So that's the random thoughts, part of the random thoughts. I'm actually driving to Fredericton. I'm going back to Montreal, but I'm going to be stopping in Fredericton right now. Oh, awesome, Cheryl. Yeah, sure. I will put a link in the comments after I'm done driving and after the video is over. But if you want to go to clickecourse.com, you can click on the register to get a free account on there, and that course is on that site. Now, anyways, I'll reach out to you afterwards if you don't find it. But if you do find it, let me know too. Maybe you can even paste the link here for anybody else who's watching while I'm still driving, because I got a 12-hour. I'm actually an hour, 2 hours in, so I got another 10-hour drive to go. But right now I'm going to stop in Fredericton in about half an hour. Where am I? I'm at kilometer 362 on Highway 2, and that's between Moncton and Fredericton. And about an hour or so, I'm going to stop in Fredericton to see my daughter, Ketsia. She has 4 kids. So I have 4 grandchildren. I'm a grandpapa. And yeah, so that's the thing, right? I mean, I've been doing these things. I've been doing these drives like 4, 5, 6 times a year, going back and forth. What do I do? What do I do during those drives? Do I listen to the radio? Nope. I don't listen to the radio. I listen to audios, training, personal development, and that's really what I like doing, right? I remember when my oldest, Ketsia, who's now 27, when she was a kid, when she was like 4 or 5, right? I would listen to audios, not the same ones I'm listening to now. It used to be more about relationships, like the 5 Love Languages from Gary Chapman, or Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus from John Gray, or Diet and Health Exercise, again from John Gray, Napoleon Hill, How to Win Friends and Influence People from Dale Carnegie. I mean, I'd listen to these audios, and I remember telling them, my daughters that were young back then, that the radio was broken, that it was only this stuff that they could listen to whenever they were with me in the car alone, and their mother wasn't there, because their mother listened to the radio. And I would tell them that. They actually believed it, I think. I don't know, I'll have to ask Ketsia when I see her later if she actually believed that. It's pretty funny, right? But anyways, yeah, so if that's the thing, is if you tell something to kids, you know, it's not, I was lying about the radio, but at the same time, it's like, for me, that radio wasn't something that was meant to be used in the car. It was personal development. There's so much you can learn. I mean, look, you're driving for 12 hours. You can learn so much in 12 hours. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that time, right? Why do you, like, I mean, I know if you listen to the radio, I'm not, saying that's awful or whatever, but it is not something that you grow from. You're not going to grow your personality. You're not going to grow your understanding of other people. You're not going to grow your knowledge of how to build a business. You're not going to grow your knowledge on social media or on marketing. I mean, obviously, if you're not interested in building a business, if you're not interested in growing and becoming a better person and learning things that you don't know, then yeah, you don't need to do personal development. Obviously, it's a waste of time. Just listen to the radio, watch TV, whatever. That's all good. And I do watch TV. I'm not saying don't watch TV. That it's sometimes you need a break. You need you need to watch a movie. You need to relax. You got to have something that takes your mind off of all your troubles. That's important. I'm not saying don't. I'm saying try to minimize it, because remember that whatever you're filling your mind with, it's what is going into your subconscious, and that is what your life is going to be like. Sometimes I talk to people and they don't understand how I don't see negative. Like, somebody does something wrong, I don't automatically get upset, because I think positively first. I think that there must be a reason why they did that. I don't automatically assume they did it to hurt me or they did it to, upset me or whatever. And that's only because I've been listening to relationship, and I've been learning that people are different and people do things for some reasons. People don't do things to hurt you. That's like 1% of the time, and maybe even less than that people actually do things to hurt you. Everybody does stuff that wouldn't hurt them if somebody did it to them, because their personality is different. Anyways, I'm rambling on about all sorts of different things. What the hell? So if I go back to the what I do on my drive, I've been listening right now to Russell Brunson. I've been listening to Russell Brunson because he is I don't know. I found Russell about a year ago now, maybe even a year and a half, because I was listening to some audios from My Lead System Pro, the wake up calls. They have a 15-minute to a 30-minute audio every single. It's actually a phone call. They started a phone call like 10 years ago. They've been doing it every single day since then, and now it's obviously they're on a podcast now and all that, so you can download them, listen to them afterwards. But I downloaded a whole bunch of them. I had like 6 hours of them, and I was listening to them on the drive. And I eventually said something about, posted something about doing a webinar and things like that. And one of my friends on Facebook, Colin Yearwood, if you've heard of Colin Yearwood, let him know that I'm talking about him. Just tag him in the comments. But so Colin reached out. We had a conversation. It must have been just a Facebook Messenger exchange, right? And he's like, "You're talking about webinars, you're doing this, and oh my God, there's this book that I read just recently. It's called Expert Secrets. You should check it out." He talks about doing webinars for a year, and that's how you get results. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll check it out." So I recently had gotten audiobooks.com, the app. So I had a couple books on there, and I went and got that audiobook. And oh my God, I fell in love with him and his way of teaching and the way that he's building ClickFunnels. I mean, he's the creator of ClickFunnels, right? You know that. But the thing is that, I don't know if you remember, a couple of years back, like maybe 2 years back, there were ads all over Facebook about ClickFunnels, like getting yourself a free ClickFunnels account, right? You don't see those anymore. And that's because he realized that the way to get ClickFunnels customers is to advertise things using ClickFunnels, but to advertise that thing. So for example, say that he wants to, for example, the books, right? His Expert Secret book, or his .com secret book, which of course I got afterwards. And by the way, I'm an affiliate, so if you want those books, let me know. I'll send you my affiliate link. I would really appreciate you using my link. Otherwise, just go and Google it. But so .com secrets and Expert Secret books, he's got funnels with those, right? To sell those books. He basically gives away the book for free, and you just pay for the shipping, right? So it's like $7 for US and $15 for Canada, and then I don't know, international. But the thing is that you just pay for the shipping and you get the book, the actual physical book. I actually have those books. Of course, I got them. But then he upsells you and things like that with other things, which is awesome, because now I would probably buy almost anything Russell has because I believe in him. I believe in his ways. I believe in what he's teaching. I learned lots from him. And that's the thing, right? So I actually got those books. And okay, so the funnel thing, what I'm talking about is the funnels. He created these funnels to sell those books or give them away for free shipping. And the thing is that he didn't talk about ClickFunnels at all. He's just got a funnel that's created using ClickFunnels, and he promotes those books, not ClickFunnels. But by getting those books, you basically are getting a free account on ClickFunnels. Now you have a ClickFunnels account just because you got the book, because they've got this membership site that's inside ClickFunnels. So now they got you on ClickFunnels, and they can start to send you emails to teach you about ClickFunnels and show you about it, and then maybe you're going to want to get ClickFunnels, but they didn't have to advertise ClickFunnels to you, right? Because you got the book, because you wanted the book, and now you're a ClickFunnels trial member, and he can send you information about ClickFunnels for free without paying to reach you, right? And that's how he does it. And that's what I'm doing with Click eCourse. I called it Click eCourse actually because it's, well, because of ClickFunnels. I kind of stole the name Click, right? I was like, okay, what could it be? Click something, right? And obviously now I realize it's probably not that important. I'm probably going to be changing the names and doing other things. But the thing is that the website lets you do I got a call here. I'm not going to take that call right now. I'm going to have to call her back. But I'm going to have to finish up this live here. Maybe I'll do another one later on during the drive. But yeah, so that's the thing. So you gotta, like, using Click eCourse, you can host this course on there. And me, that's what I'm doing, right? I'm creating courses and I'm putting them on that site, but I'm not really promoting Click. I'm talking to you about Click eCourse right now because I think it's, but you know, like for example, Cheryl here asked for the link to the free friend growth course. It's a free course. It's on Click eCourse. She's going to get the course for free, and she's also going to be a member of Click eCourse because that's where the course is hosted. And I'll be able to send, you know, Cheryl, it's like any other marketing thing, right? You can certainly unsubscribe if you find that you get messages you don't want or whatever. But the point is that to grow your fan base, to grow your audience, to get customers for your membership site, you can actually have your own membership site through Click eCourse. That's one of the features of the site when you pay the $20 or more a month. And by the way, if you're watching this right now, or if you're watching the replay, and you comment below that you'd like to get a free account, I'll give you a free upgrade for 1 year to the Extreme plan, which is $150 a month. It's going to be free for you for 1 year. We're going to be doing all the things that the Extreme account lets you do for a year. That's today, right now, right? Well, not right now. I mean, if you're watching this video, if you watched all the way to the end here, then you certainly deserve a bonus like that. And all you got to do is you comment that you want to have that bonus. You got to go to the site, clickecourse.com, and click on the register link, get your account, and then I'm going to upgrade you for 1 year. So $150. That's what is that? 150 times 12 is 1,150. It's 1,500 plus 300, so it's $1,800. You get that because you're watching this and you're commenting below that you'd like an upgrade. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna let you go because I gotta call back my daughter, ask her what she's looking for, what she's wondering. She probably wonders what time I'm gonna be there. I'll be there in about 20 minutes, and yeah, so maybe we'll see you in another video. This is kind of fun. I like doing this. It kind of, you know, speeds up the drive, right? All right, talk to you later. Have a great day and enjoy your weekend.